Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is the Wonder Kid here. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Warm welcome to this video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about trade plans and why your trade plan is affecting your trading, okay? Now, when it comes to the trade plan, we understand that, of course, the trade plan is your business plan. It is your approach to how you're going to trade the markets and extract profit. Of course, it does need to have a proven edge. So if you do have a trade plan that you've created, maybe it's 10 lines long and it's a checklist, then of course it needs to be back tested and you need to ensure that it works. Now, of course, when you trade it in the live markets, and maybe if it's not so profitable, then see if you have a psychological issue, right? Because if it's working in back testing but not working in live trading, then there could be a psychology issue there, okay? But one of the main things that I want to talk about in this video when it comes to trade plans is, should your trade plan be very mechanical or should it be very loose? What should the trade plan be? Should it be as defined as possible? Is that good? Is that bad? And now, in my opinion, it requires a balance, okay? Now, what happens is that if you actually have a trade plan that is very, very, very detailed. So say, for example, a typical trade plan might be 10 check boxes long. So you might have 10 sentences on an A4 piece of paper. If you tick all 10, then you enter the trade. If you have a very detailed plan and if that trade checklist and business plan becomes 50 different kind of lines and statements, the way you actually have to tick all 50 for you to enter a trade, then for what I truly believe is that you're going to actually be entering less setups and you'll be missing those very, very nice winners, okay? So what is the right answer? Because of course, when it comes down to it, we understand the more effort we put in and the more effort we actually put into back testing and refine our trade plan, then of course, yes, we want to become better traders and be able to extract more profit. But when we create a more refined trade plan, it doesn't necessarily mean to create a more detailed plan. Of course, it can mean that. But what I'm trying to say is that be careful when it comes to making your trade checklist more and more mechanical to the point where it's so detailed that it misses great setups, number one. And also that it takes you so long to read for you before you actually enter the setup, okay? Because one of the things to understand is that the trade plan is part of trading the financial markets. Of course it is, right? It is there to create rules. It is there to help you have your order in the infinite chaos of the market. But the other element is skill. And this is why I said balance is important, is that even though you can have a trade checklist, so say for example, I can actually just release my trade checklist and show you guys exactly what my trade checklist has on it, it doesn't mean that you guys will be able to trade it profitably, right? And the reason being is because the skill element isn't there. It's not understanding, it's about understanding what price is genuinely telling you from spending time with the charts, back testing, forward testing, etc., etc. So you have that skill element on lock, and that carefully has a very nice relationship with the trade plan for you to be profitable. So this is the thing, because of course you can make it very, very detailed, that trade plan, but this is the thing. Would you rather have a very, 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 very detailed trade plan and not much skill? Because again, like I said, it can be like, okay, if all of this happens, then I'll enter, which again, like I said, the more you have on it, again, not necessarily, but typically the more you have on it, you can enter less setups. They'll be less frequent because your trade plan is more precise. But at the same time, if you have a trade plan that is more straight to the point, so say for example, you have 10 different lines, these 10 different lines, 10 different check boxes, each sentence is very, very straight to the point and it integrates with your skill element, then that's very good. Okay, so say for example, you can say in your trade plan, checkbox number 1, do I believe price is going to go long or short? Now that matches with the skill element of trading, because then you're actually going to be looking at the charts and thinking, okay, well, rather than me enforcing my belief on what I think price will do next, what is price trying to tell me? What am I reading in price? What is it trying to say to me for it in order to enter a setup? Price won't always create the perfect setup, okay? In fact, it will create the perfect setup very, very rarely. But price is is doing what it does, but it opens up small opportunities where it allows you to enter that trade that is profitable, right? So this is on the side that we want to come on, and that takes skill. So if, like I said, if you have a trade plan that integrates well with the skill, just like I said, for example, does price want to say it wants to go long or short? Then you answer that, well, I think it wants to go long because based on structure or based on this indicator and this, I believe that across time frames and all these moving averages or crossovers are saying, for example, I believe it wants to go long because this. Now you've actually incorporated the skill, because what you're saying is that I've read the market, I've tried to understand what price is trying to tell me, and therefore I'm more in flow or in line with the market, and therefore my setup, my trade is more likely to pay out, okay? Versus having very stringent rules saying, oh, do we have a moving average crossover on all time frames? If yes, hit enter. But what you didn't realize is that, I don't know, for example, it was just about to sweep some liquidity or something. Again, like I said, mitigating or forgetting the skill aspect of that. So this is the thing about trade plans, is that yes, you can create a very, very detailed trade plan. Yes, it should be refined, but there's got to be a limit to how much detail you can have in your plan, because like I've said, if it's very, very detailed, you're going to miss setups. But the trade plan has to mix with your skill in terms of reading price. And that, of course, is developed through back testing, forward testing, spending time with your mentor, for example, looking at different case studies or whatever it is. But like I say, that's what it is. This is the reality and how to actually find a profitability in trading. It's not just to create the most solid trade plan. Like I said, I can give you guys a trade plan. Doesn't mean you trade it profitably, because the skill element is missing. But in order to be profitable, we know that you got to match the skill with the trade plan. They got to work harmoniously for you to be a profitable trader, right? So I hope that makes sense, and I hope you guys actually take this away and think about this in your trade plan. Are you an individual that is trying to make your trade plan as detailed as possible? Okay, and now, like I said, it could help, it may or may not, but again, you know, if you make it very detailed, you might miss setups. Or is your trade plan on the other end of the spectrum? Is it just 3 lines long, for example? Could it be more refined, or could it be more detailed? What do you believe it is? What can you do? What can you write in your trade plan that helps you find that really nice balance between not being too detailed versus not being detailed enough, but also matching with the skill aspect and reading what price is telling you? Again, very, very important in order for you guys to be profitable, okay? So guys, let me know your thoughts. Do you believe that your trade plan needs to be more refined or more detailed? Or do you think that it's not detailed enough? What do you believe about your trade plan at this moment in time? Does your trade plan currently integrate with your skill? Or is your trade plan asking questions about current price rather than just saying, has this indicator done this, or has this done this? Guys, let me know. I want to hear it. Please feel free to write it down in the comment section below. But for now, I hope you all have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Peace.